So when you eat salmon, usually there's an attraction to get the wild Alaskan salmon, right?
Yeah.
Is it different for PDRN?
Fine lines and wrinkles, lifting of the eyebrow, the lax of mental and the neck. And we've just got cleaners for treating the appearance of cellulite as well.
Wow, that's a big one.
Yeah.
What's your best-selling machine?
This is the number one question I get asked, and BBL is our most popular product, but what's the difference between BBL and IPL?
Hi guys, so we have day 2 of ACE in London, the Aesthetics Conference and Exhibition. I'm going to do another little tour now, so let's go. Looks like day 2 is slightly busier than day 1 so far. Let's go straight this time.
Call me heartbreaking like I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. This real life. I be moving fast, pushing weight like Miami vibe. I ain't got no time to waste. It's finally my time. Out here chasing money in this city, a bright light. Working day, I grind all night. Money all day, so I never lose sight. Just wanna hang with a
So what is your number 1 seller in Stella?
Number 1 seller has to be our volumizers.
And you're Irish too, are you?
Yes, I absolutely am.
Okay,
Where's
like
home
myself.
for you?
Dublin.
All right, very good. Yeah, so I'm a Clareman.
Oh really? Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So Keelan's my own name.
Peter Prendergast, how are you?
Nice to meet you. How are you?
So I've used the Stellage products before. Which one? Volume, is it?
Our volumizers, so double XL.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be pre-periosteal injections.
Yeah, deep emulate bone and cartilage. So
Okay.
For your chin, cheek, your jawline. If you're experienced in injecting in the nose, you can be using the nose as well for non-surgical rhinoplasty.
And is there like a USP in terms of the product itself? Why it's
Yeah, so we have our IPN light technology. So it's our monophasic gel structure, which it's a monophasic structure which consists of 2 structures, A and B, chains of high molecular weight and medium molecular weight, and it creates this kind of versatile, dynamic, robust gel that can be used. And we base our gel off 2 rheological parameters, so it's viscosity, elasticity, and we alter viscous and the elasticity parameters across the range.
Okay, great. I think I'll get some.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get some. Thanks, you too.
All the best.
Bye. See, Irishman. Irishman knows what he's talking about. Hey, how are you?
How are you?
We're doing a little tour to try to find out what the best products are around. So,
Okay, very good.
what's your best product?
So our best product these days is something new that we're now putting in the market. It's the Region 4D based cosmetic line. So the 4D components are embedded 4 types of hyaluronic acid of different molecular weights.
Take care. Well, we've got some free products, information, networking, all good.
How are you?
How are you, Andy? Good to see you. Good to see you again, Simon. How are you?
Really good, thanks, sir.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going well, yeah. We're having some good, deep and meaningful conversations
Good.
with some key people, so that's more important than the noise, you know?
Yeah.
Wait like Miami vibe. I ain't got no time to waste. It's finally my time. Out here chasing money in this city, a bright light.
Okay, so more free products, more insightful information, more key nuggets of information about new products being developed and released with Skin Pen and Crown Aesthetics. They're always progressing and evolving. Excellent. How are you? We're doing a little tour to look for the best products.
Okay, yeah. I'm Matt from Softwave.
Hi, Matt.
Softwave is one of the top 3 devices to look at in 2023.
Tell me why. Like,
We were fixed in the mid-derm, and we actually deliver the energy parallel
okay.
rather than perpendicular into the skin. So we're actually covering a lot higher volume of tissue, and obviously all the collagen and elastin factor is contained within that 1 to 2 millimeters where you've got the skin. And what we do is, rather than elongated thermal zones, we have direct contact cooling. So the applicator has 7 transducers. Each transducer contact cools and protects the epidermal junction.
Because you're quite superficial, right? Getting into the dermis.
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
You're not going 3 or 4 millimeters
No,
deep?
no, no,
Okay.
1 to 2.
Okay.
1 to 2 millimeters, that's it. If you can hit the skin at 60 to 70 degrees, at 3.2 to 3.68 joules, and that's what we're operating at, so we're a lot higher energy, and hold it there for 2 to 4 seconds, you're going to open all the receptors that allows then a significant increase in collagen, elastin, and HA, which then remodels the tissue.
Okay, yeah, so it's energy and time. You need the time there.
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. This sits in direct contact, it cools the epidermal junction. So each of these transducers is cooling at minus 10 degrees.
Okay.
But obviously it's not going to feel minus 10 because at the same time we're delivering the energy simultaneously. So the epidermal layer, the outer layer of the skin, 24, 25 degrees.
So relatively painless then?
Transient.
Okay.
So you feel it towards the end, second 4, 5, cooling kicks in, discomfort dissipates instantly.
And you do number of passes?
2 pass.
Okay.
2 pass technique, forward facing neck, 28% tissue coverage.
Okay, 20, okay. So the fractionated technology means that it's about 28% coverage.
Correct.
What is the treatment time, say, because
40 to 45 minutes.
Okay, thanks a million.
No, I want to start working with the app as well. I know Karen's doing a lot.
Yeah. Right. So that was an impressive description of the Softwave technology. So these are the new products from Chroma. The Fill Art and Fill Art I, which is PDRN, polydeoxyribonucleotides, to stimulate collagen and elastin in the skin.
We are leader in polynucleotide field.
You're the leaders in polynucleotides. Okay. Which country is it made in? Italy. Okay. And the PDRN is essentially derived from salmon DNA. Am I right?
Yeah.
It's a molecule.
It's a molecule. It's part of our DNA, and it's extracted from salmon sperm. In that case, and then the second lab is Astelli.
Astelli. Okay.
Yeah, so these guys, they are leader of polynucleotides. They've been researching polynucleotides for over 70 years.
Okay,
Perfect.
lovely. Thank you so much. Nice to meet
Have
you.
a nice
Thanks for
day.
the explanation. Yeah. All right, now, so I'm excited to get to the Cyton booth. Cyton do very high-end lasers, so I'm interested to talk to the guys at Cyton to see what they have to say. This is David. All right, David, how are you?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, good to see you.
So, what would be the number one reason that you think people actually buy the lasers? And I know you have a couple of different platforms as well.
Yeah, well, so the way I like to talk about it is, so first of all, our devices are hand-built and they're custom-made, built to spec in California. So all of our R&D and engineering is done in California. The company was founded by 2 physicists, and they still control all the decisions. So everything is built to a very high specification, built to last. But we are solely focused on skin rejuvenation.
Okay.
And we have different treatments, and I think of it in terms of downtime. So we have little to no downtime treatment like BBL, which is broadband light, or we have aggressive laser resurfacing, and we have some fractional treatments in between. But in each category of treatment that we offer to doctors, we have unique things that make the technology better than the other options that are out there.
Okay.
Put it all together. It's all on a custom platform, so you can pick and choose what you want and have multiple technologies in one device, which will give you more value in terms of, we are expensive, but a lot of times people don't realize that this device is the equivalent of 2 or 3 machines.
Sure, yeah. So you have a non-ablative wavelength, and you have erbium as well, right?
Erbium, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So you would just switch this, for example, and pop this one on. Okay, and this is, so now I'm using that same erbium laser and just in a pure ablative resurfacing mode.
Okay, okay.
So that's the versatility of the device. Is instead of having an ablative laser that you're maybe using a few times a week and the rest of the time it's just sitting there, you can use it for those cases, but when you're not using it, you or your therapist are doing other treatments like halos and BBLs and
Yeah.
skin types. What we do is called dual mode erbium. So you can tune the heat in as much as you want. So if you want our erbium resurfacing laser to actually create a wound that's similar to CO2,
Yeah.
we can do that, and we
Okay.
manipulate the wavelength to create heat in the tissue.
Okay.
So we can make it act like CO2, we can make it hotter than CO2.
Okay.
And then, to your point, sometimes that heat can be a potential for issues with hyperpigmentation
Sure.
and hypopigmentation. So for certain treatments when we're going very deep or going off the face or treating darker skin types, we actually don't want that heat at all.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
all
yeah.
those
Absolutely.
cause
Yeah, yeah.
potential issues.
Yeah, yeah.
The market has swung back and forth. At the end of the day, patients want results, but oftentimes they can't give the downtime that
Yeah.
for some of the ablative procedures. The beauty of Halo is it's sort of a middle ground where you can get some results similar to like a fractional ablative device, like a
Okay.
CO2
Okay.
or our old, what we used to do, but with that a much easier recovery.
So tell me about the BBL. So what is the key reason why you should buy a BBL for your practice, especially if you're starting off and you want to treat multiple chromophores and a bit of skin rejuvenation. You want to treat redness, you want to treat brown, but you want to treat them effectively.
So, and this is the number one question I get asked, and BBL is our most popular product, but what's the difference between BBL and IPL and what makes it better?
Yeah.
So there's two parts to it. So the first part is from a technical standpoint, with the things as a user that you can do with it in terms of manipulating and changing the wavelengths and changing the spot size and adjusting the different parameters and being able to customize treatments and the speed of it and the ease of use. There are things that separate it from any IPL that's out there.
Okay.
The second part is from a marketing standpoint. There's only one BBL, and we're growing the brand here in the UK and Ireland, but in established markets, it's a very widely known patient-facing brand.
Yeah. You've got various indications here. Things you can tighten skin, you can remove pigmentation, you can treat vascular lesions. You can do ablative and non-ablative treatments. Which platform would you recommend as an entry-level Cyton platform and configuration?
Yeah, so everyone starts with BBL, and it's the same on either platform. And to get started with BBL, it's a negligible cost difference. This one's a little bit more expensive because it has more expandability. So everyone starts with BBL, and then it's we try and understand what the needs are and what the patient base is like and what's going to be a fit for the practice, and that's what determines what we would tell you. But it's usually Halo or Moxie is the second thing to add on.
Okay.
Having those two workhorse type procedures on one device, you can do a lot of combination therapies, and it just becomes sort of like an ultimate skin rejuvenation.
And how do you support clinics? Obviously, it's an investment for the clinics, and they get nervous maybe sometimes about buying an expensive device. How do you support them afterwards in terms of added value to them, to nurture them or guide them as to how they're actually going to get patients?
Yeah, I mean, we do all of the support from technical engineering. We have, these parts and people to take care of it and fix it. And so that side's all covered. But in terms of what our approach is to supporting our customers, it's very focused on education. Because I think there's a lack of education here. And we do, part of the laser purchase is a training, and it's a foundational training. It's a great starting point. But we find that as people are using it, they're thirsty for more knowledge. So we invest quite a bit in bringing in experts from around the world to do different events and training, and we find that that's the most impactful thing. We do things with marketing and PR as well, and our brands are growing strongly, but I think that with the feedback I hear that people appreciate the most is the clinical education and business education that we help with.
Excellent.
Always appreciate the conversation.
Yeah. Thanks for the chat.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks.
What you finna do?